What's up, guys? The April Patreon rewards are now available. Armageddon, Teferi Time Reveler, and Nekusar the Mind Razor are all available through the end of the month. If you'd like to support our channel and pick up these sweet proxies, you can do so at patreon.com/itresolves or clicking the link in the description below. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of gameplay. I say episode, I'm in podcast recording mode. Sorry, guys, that may or may not be coming back soon. Today we're going to be playing a Lurrus Sacrifice deck. We've already kind of played a similar deck to this. In fact, it almost was a very, direct copy. However, we did not have Lurrus at the helm here, so I'm going to give this a shot and see just how it feels without, and then obviously with in this video. Before I go through the deck, I just want to mention to everybody, we do have our Ikoria giveaway going on right now. If you're interested in entering, you do have until May 16th. That is like 3 weeks away, a little under 3 weeks. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, and then of course comment on any video. It can be anyone, but you comment on any video with hashtag Ikoria giveaway. That's all you got to do. We'll track it. We'll let you know that you entered. We're a little behind on that, but we will let everybody know. And then we'll pick that winner on Saturday, May 16th. So please do check it out. You're able to win a free Ikoria bundle. We will ship it to you. We'll send it to you. You don't have to worry about anything. Just a heads up, shipping times might be delayed just a bit. We usually go through Card Kingdom for that. And I know Card Kingdom in particular is having delays in shipments right now. But we'll find a way to get it to you. No worries at all. So let's go through this deck. So as I said, a lot of this deck is very similar to the original kind of Rakdos Sacrifice deck that we initially played, but with the exception of Lurrus. So Lurrus of the Dream Den, a 3/2 for 3, and in this deck, obviously, we're going to be paying 2 black and 1 for it 9 times out of 10, but it is our companion. That means each permanent card in our starting deck has to have a mana cost of 2 or less. Obviously, we meet that requirement. The only card that has above that is Call of the Death Dweller, which is 3 mana, but it is not a permanent. So during each of your turns, you can cast 1 permanent spell with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard. So essentially, we get to recur all of this, which is really, really amazing. Call of the Death Dweller helps us do that as well. And so we just get so much recursion, it's kind of ridiculous. Now, things that we want to recur, well, we have Cauldron Familiar with the Witch's Oven combo. Pretty obvious one. That's just good on its own. But in this deck, obviously, it's very, very nice to be able to recur that. We have a Gutterbones here as a 2 of. Not an amazing card for this deck. It doesn't do exactly what we're looking to do, but it does just kind of give us a recursive thing to sacrifice, which is fine. Serrated Scorpion is an all-star in this deck. If you didn't see our initial video, the Rakdos Sacrifice deck, this card is one of the all-stars for real. It's a 1/2 for 1, doesn't sound like much, but you drain for 2 when it dies. We want it to die a lot. And obviously we have a lot of ways to make that happen. Whisper Squad, also very, very good. A new card from Ikoria. Helps us pull out more cards for only 2 mana. Now you can do this. So say you're on turn 3, you drop a land, you drop a Whisper Squad. You can't attack with it, obviously, but you can use the ability right away because it doesn't require the card to tap, which is very, very crucial because we can really start to pull out a lot of our deck very, very early and get things kind of moving forward. We're running the full 4 Claim the Firstborn in this list. This is a really cool card. It lets you steal the opponent's stuff, sacrifice it to, a Witch's Oven, to a Priest of the Forgotten Gods, whatever you need to sacrifice. And so this is actually a really nice card in here. And then, like I said, we do have the Witch's Oven for the Cauldron Familiar. One of the big payoff cards here is Priest of the Forgotten Gods. It's one of the cards that always gets removed as quickly as possible if you're the opponent playing this deck. And this allows you to sacrifice your stuff and really get max value for it. You not only do you sacrifice 2 creatures, which in this case is a good thing, because remember, we're draining for 2, hopefully every time we do, maybe dealing some damage with the Butcher. But it also means each opponent loses 2 life and sacrifices a creature. Not to mention, we get 2 black mana and draw a card, which 2 black mana in this deck plays a lot of this deck. So that's actually very, very good for us. Running the full 4 there. Rix Maadi Reveler, a way to discard some cards and draw a bunch back. Don't super love this card in general, but we're going to see how it goes. This list is one that I pulled, so I'm interested to see how this one pays off. Dreadhorde Butcher, an absolute all-star in this deck. It gets in there for some damage early. If they remove it, who cares? We deal the damage, and then ideally we can bring it back with a lot of our other stuff. Kroxa is a 2-of in this list. I kind of like playing 4 generally, but again, we're going to try it with a lesser amount, more so just to separate ourselves from the original Rakdos list that we were playing. Kroxa is very, very good. It's one that you can recur as well. Yeah, it sacrifices itself, but who cares? That's not the point of the deck. So it's very, very good. Not only does it hopefully deal some damage to them, but it also gets cards out of their hand, which is what we need to do. And then Call of the Death Dweller, again, just a recursive card for this deck. Just allows us to bring a bunch of this stuff back. As far as our land base goes, we got the full 4 Fabled Passage. We do have 4 Blood Crypt, 7 and 7, even split on the Swamps and Mountains, and then 2 Castle Locthwains. So let's jump in. I'm excited. I have not played with this version of this list, but I have played with essentially a very similar one, like I said, and that video is up on our channel if you're interested in checking it out. We really would appreciate it. We really appreciate all the support lately, guys. We've had a lot of videos out, and it's great to see some viewership there, and, you know, just great to see that uptick. We certainly appreciate it. Like, this isn't a great hand. It's good to have both of these, but I'm gonna try it. It's a bit slow, so this may not be a good idea, but we're gonna give it a shot. Let's get Gutterbones out. The Witch's Oven's kind of nice because it protects us from removal a little bit. You know, they Bone Crusher Giant, for instance. Well, who cares? Oh, that is a fantastic draw. All right. Well, this just became a heck of a lot better. Let's swing in. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Probably a Jeskai deck, sure. Okay. Just gonna go ahead and swing in. I assume they block here. Go ahead and deal that 2 there. Let's get you out. And let's get you out. We'll pass. Nice. So this is a Winota deck, for sure. No doubt about that. Go ahead and block. And sacrifice. Yes, it doesn't kill the token. That is kind of a problem for us, but, you know, it could be a lot worse. Unfortunately, not a land here. Oops. Let's do this. Let's do Death Touch here. Maybe this is wrong, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna keep the pressure going here. They could have a turn 4 Winota, which is very bad for us, so we kind of have to keep the pressure on. I'm putting the Death Touch counter on the Dreadhorde Butcher because if they want to block it, that's gonna be, you know, pretty big thing for them. They can certainly just, you know, sacrifice their 1/1 to it, but they're gonna down a trigger, and then we'll be able to shoot something as well. So we're gonna keep the pressure on, guys. Keep the pressure on. I was gonna say, if you want to do that, that's fine. Yeah, let's shoot this. All right, and we'll see what we can do. Having them down at 4 is nice. The Winota really does change the game, though, because they can start killing stuff, and Agent of Treacherying stuff, which is not good for us. But normally we'd have Witch's Oven up. I know I was a little more aggressive with my play, so maybe that was incorrect, but hey, it's worth a shot. We're learning. It's okay. Also, I hope you guys like this hoodie. We've not mass-produced any, you know, merch or anything like that, but if you do like it, let me know. Maybe we'll find a way to get you some. Also, I just want to thank, in particular, so yesterday, we released a blue-white flyers list that we were really excited about. It didn't do amazingly, but it was definitely fun. And I highly suggest, if you're interested in checking that list out, you definitely should. It was a very fun one. It was suggested to us by our friend Adam on oh my goodness, on Instagram. Excuse me. And so if you're interested in checking that out, we'd certainly appreciate it. It doesn't matter here too much. And this is where we get into trouble, unfortunately, because this is definitely a good one. Those charming princes are really annoying. And unfortunately, we didn't get our second land. I'm just going to do this and this. And then we'll go ahead and do this. No attacks. So here we're in a pretty bad spot because, you know, they're obviously going to be swinging in with a lot of stuff here. We're going to try and do what we can to mitigate some of this damage and hopefully deal some on their end, but we'll see. Fortunately, we can block a significant number of stuff, but Teferi's a bit annoying. Not 100% sure what they actually... Just go ahead and do this here. I mean, they do have to be worried about the backswing, I will say that, but I don't think they're really too worried about it, we'll say. Especially with a Winota on the field. Yep. Yep. 3 triggers, huh? See what they get. Fail to find. Fail to find. And an agent. Okay, agent is bad. Definitely bad. But that's not the worst thing in the world either, I will say that. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. And let's do this. Got him close. We're at 4. Dreadhorde Butcher is a card. I kind of think we go Witch's Oven though here. Look, we're trying. We are very much trying. We can get him down to 2 right now. We just have to hope they don't have more Charming Princes, really. They're gonna get, I guess, 1 trigger. No, 2. I'm sorry. They do have the cat. Forgot they stole that. But these 3 are humans, so that's not going to matter. They did fail to find like twice, so the chances are they're going to have, you know, something. Might as well fizzle this just so they can't do their thing. All right, they're at 2. If we can get like a Scorpion and kill it, we're in good shape. We just have to get the Scorpion. Oh, come on. Yeah. Oh, come on. Well, now they... Oh, that feels bad. I wish we had Shock in the deck. They stole our black land. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, well... This is a hard-fought game. We'll see what we draw, but the chances are at this point we're pretty dead. Sure. Man, so good. This Winota deck is really cool. We played this Winota deck, by the way. I'm realizing there are very few, like, decks that you regularly see in Standard right now. There are very few we haven't played. There's one that I'm kind of refusing to play. It's the Cycler deck. I think it's Boros Cycling. Just not into it. I just don't think it's good. And maybe I'm wrong. I mean, hey, I've been wrong many a time before, but yeah, okay, we're gonna take it. All right. Hey, we got very close. Unfortunately, we didn't quite get there, but that's okay. Still a very close game. I feel like we didn't necessarily misplay there. I think they just had a really good Winota hit. Granted, they failed to find like twice, which was pretty interesting. All right, let's jump into game 2. We'll do our 3, and then hopefully another 3 after this, so we can get those up for you today. If you've got a deck suggestion, so I mentioned Adam earlier. He did actually give us quite a number of cards, decks that we can try out, which is really exciting. But if you have got, if you've got any, please make sure to share those with us. We'd absolutely love to see them. Islands make me think Flash, just kind of in general. Let's do this and see what they do. Really? That's an interesting one. Yeah. Here I actually don't think we do that. I think we play the Priest. They're gonna have like Brazen Borrowers and stuff, but I don't think they're gonna have anything. I doubt they're gonna have anything that just straight up kills this. This might be just like a mono blue. Well, no, there's probably. I would assume there's red in this, like an is it draw. We'll see. Oh, that's cool. Sure. Yeah, it's really cool. I like that. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. You. Submit. Now they just have to sacrifice this. We draw a card. We get some info here. Let's do that. And let's do this. Whoops. There we go. Awesome. So that was a pretty solid turn. Mitigated at least a threat here. And one that they had invested a bit in, which feels good for us. I'm going to swing in with these two here. Sure, they can have something, but that's kind of fine. Let's see. Let's play Lurrus. I'm assuming they're going to counter. And that's fine. Yep. Sure. You got it. That's cool. I'm just going to play another one of these guys out. I don't think I'm going to sacrifice yet. I should have attacked there, so that was actually, you know, we're down a point of damage, but I kind of like leaving this up just in case as well, so. All right. Butcher. Butcher's very good. Assuming they're going to have another counter here, but we got to run it out. Yep. Sure. Don't have anything to discard, but it's okay. Did we draw a card still? I don't think so. Oh, we do. Huh. I'm just going to keep playing stuff out because, like, against this deck, we're just going to go for it. I'm still going to leave this up, I believe. Oh, okay. Well, in this case, we're going to target you. And we're going to sacrifice these two. That's quite good. Yeah. We just get to replay this here, by the way. That's kind of the fun. No, do we? Yeah. They should have waited till combat. That was a mistake on their end. All right. I think we're playing this okay. I'm not 100%. Okay. Yeah, we got it. I wasn't 100% if we were correct in all of our plays there, but we did still get the win. That feels pretty good. So let's jump into game 3. That one was a lot quicker and a lot smoother than the first game. So let's give it another shot. I'm liking this. I kind of am. One thing that I'm wishing we had more of was the Kroxa. I think that having more of those would be just way more beneficial. This is a pretty great hand, actually. Kroxa is amazing, and being able to recur that very, very easily, and Call of the Death Dweller as well is a nice one to have 4 of, just because you can do so much with it, really, really a lot. So looks like we're against a mirror deck. So we'll see who gets there first. That's all we can do. Kroxa probably not going to be all that great here, despite me literally just saying how great it was. Yep. Scorpion, huh? I'm going to go aggro with this and swing in here. I mean, they keep doing this. I don't really know why. They did not have a 1-drop, which is pretty crucial. And they don't have a second black. Also pretty crucial. Sure. You got it. Now we don't have what we need either, so that is worth noting. Let's get Scorpion out, and let's get this out. Could have Kroxa'd there, don't think we need to. Now what I'm worried about is them doing a 1-2 with creatures and then being able to priest, which would not be good. But they are still stuck on black, which is helpful for us because most of these creatures obviously require black. So we will see what they can do. It's a bit of a waste on the opponent's end, I think. They could do it again, but I don't really. This just allows us to bring this back. So I'm like, yeah, I'm in for blocking it. That's fine. Kroxa, huh? Well, Kroxa's not amazing for us, but I think I will try it here. Let's just get a card out of their hand. They're down to 2. They got call out. That's actually quite good, and we'll pass here. If we could just kind of mitigate their resources as much as possible, we might be in okay shape. The problem is if they draw a black land, they just kind of they get all of it back because of Lurrus. Now, they get access to all of it back, I should say. So we do kind of have to be careful about that. And obviously, yeah, like they can play a creature here. Resolve. We'll discard a Cauldron Familiar, that's fine. Doesn't matter too much to us. Whoops. Do that. This is like a really interesting mirror match, I think. So we will get to Kroxa away their last card here. Land is nice. It's not super helpful because it isn't a... I think we're running a little bit too much red. I will say that. Let's go ahead and Kroxa away their last thing. Another call. Okay. Then we'll pass. Not black, not black, not black, not black. That's really what we're hoping they don't get. Another creature wouldn't be the worst thing, honestly, because, like, yeah, they get to draw a card, which would be bad, but that would be the worst of it. Because we can sacrifice to the Witch's Oven, and, like, that's fine. Okay, sure. only getting this. Is that the only thing they can get? Yeah. So now they do have the sacrifice up. That's fine. Ooh, and they got their second black. Did they need that? Oh, are they going to go for Kroxa? Can they go for... Yeah, they can. Yeah, that works. It's pretty good. Just going to do this. So they're probably going to win now that they've got this out. I mean, I think there's very little we could truly do. Interesting. They went for that instead. Okay. I might have just played the Kroxa there, to be honest. I mean, that's a 6/6 threat. Seems pretty good. But I guess they get the Scorpion back, and now they can just kind of keep doing stuff. Like, that's fine. Man, we're really hurting for that double black, unfortunately. Let's get this guy out. I am going to swing here because if they block, I'm just going to nuke one of their things. I guess they get it back, though, don't they? Yeah, it's not great. That was kind of a bad play. Unfortunately, we just don't have a whole lot we can do here. I don't want to really play the priest out because they're going to be able to just kind of sacrifice. Well, maybe that would have been better. I don't know. We will see. We will see. Unfortunately, the lack of land here is very, very bad. Yep. The Reveler is quite good when you don't have a card in hand, I will say that. I like what they've got going on there. Are they... I'm surprised they didn't play the Serrated Scorpion. I don't know. I mean, I guess the draw card here, but, like, that's what's winning them the game. I would think. This against a cat. Sure. So they're not going to be... Well, I'm just going to do this. They should have probably left that up, I think. Whoops. There we go. I think it would have been better if they had left this up, because then, you know, they could have at least represented that they were going to sacrifice and make me sack this. And I can't do this more than once in a turn. This way I just mitigate that 3 damage completely. Like... Alright, well, let's play Priest. I could play the Reveler here, but I kind of want to get this going if I can. So we'll try it. I don't have high hopes in this matchup right now, to be honest, but that's okay. Unfortunately, they just have more resources. Like, this is a mirror match in which the opponent has a lot more on board, a lot more lands, and the same... They don't have the Cauldron Familiar, but they do have the Witch's Oven, so they can start sacrificing stuff that way. So, like, the odds are very stacked against us, we will say. Double Witch's Oven, in fact. Play Kroxa? Okay. Got to keep Priest around. Granted, they can just do this again. I mean... Yes, we could have done the Cauldron Familiar thing once, but I mean, now we just do it here, so it doesn't, you know, really matter that much. I'm not going to block here, so I'm not going to do this until end step. If I block, I lose the ability to continuously do this. So I don't really want to. Since this is tapped, for the record. Ugh. No, no. Okay, well, let's do this. Discard the Cauldron Familiar. Maybe I should have taken Priest. Not 100% sure. They can sacrifice it here. That's fine. This just means they shut off their graveyard, though. That's kind of the point here. Yep. All right. Well, see what we can do. Force them to sacrifice that early, which is good for us. Shuts off graveyard plays, but do they have... They've got 2 calls in the graveyard, 4 calls in the graveyard, so they can't call anymore either. That's pretty good. So they don't have call, they don't have Lurrus anymore. They can Kroxa. That's pretty good. Yep. Yep. You got it. And now the cool thing is you can recur the Kroxa, assuming you have cards in your graveyard, which they don't have quite enough, but I mean they can. This is a sacrifice deck, guys. They can get there. Being stuck on land is real bad, as it turns out. Surprise. Who knew? Yep. They're really contemplating. Well, I'm going to do this. Might as well get the value in at least once. Woo! Pinged them for 1. Excuse me, drain them for 1. There's a big difference. Yeah. Hey, look, a land. I mean, we can Kroxa now. Can also Lurrus, excuse me. But what can we get back this turn? Really not much. So, I think I'm going to Kroxa. Let's get you out of there. Let's get you. I'm going to take Priest out as well. I'm going to take one of these. Got to get 2 more. Did that not? Okay, there we go. Kind of want to keep the Scorpion. But I think we only need 1, right? Some of these were not clicking. Okay, we'll do that. I mean, we're hanging in there, I will say. I don't know that this is going to work all the way, but we're going to try it. Discard a land. Okay. Not going to attack. Very worth noting that they don't have calls of the Death Dweller anymore or Lurrus. Those are pretty big cards to lose in this matchup because now it's a bit of a like board game where it's, you know, we've still got the Lurrus, we've still got the ways to recur stuff, and they don't necessarily have all that. That's pretty important, I would say. This is going to deal some damage. So we do have to block here. I am going to trade. Reason being, they can't, if we just keep letting them attack when we've got nothing in hand, that's obviously quite bad for us. Now they could just replay. Oh, they just escaped. Oh, okay. Well, I guess they can do it again right now. So we have to sack in response, but then they can attack in. Oh no, they skipped their attack step. Well, they missed lethal. That seems kind of bad. Yeah, they totally could have had lethal. Yeah. That's, I mean, but they could have won. Like, they probably still will, but they could have won already. Because this gets us up to 4, so we don't die this turn. Oh, wait, unless they priest. Yes, okay, so they still have priest. Yeah, now do your thing. Okay. I'm just going to say good game. They got it. Well done on the opponent's end. I think they could have won in the attack step, but that's fine. Well done on the opponent's side. Unfortunately, not the best showing from this deck. I think we got, considering we didn't have lands in that last game, we were stuck on 3 and 2 of them were red only. That's quite bad. So I do think that's a potential testament to say maybe you should just run a little bit more black. I get that this is a low mana curve deck. You want both red and black a lot. So I get the split. But I think there might be some considerations there. So definitely love this deck, though. We are going to give it another game, or another video, excuse me. So we'll do another 3 games with it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure, as always, to leave a like or a comment down below. Please don't forget to enter our giveaway as well. We're excited to be giving stuff away again. It's been kind of a while, so please do check that out. And thank you again so much for watching. I will see you very soon in the next gameplay video.